Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the 12th Annual New York Science Reporter Show. David Weiss, unfortunately, our MC, he had that accident, he won't be able to come. So we have Mr. Jeffrey Gurian, who's going to be the MC. I'm going to bring him up right now. You've seen him on Comedy Central's Parole Show, Axe TV with John Lovitz, and you've heard him regularly on Sirius XM. He's been featured on New York 1, ABC, NBC, Pix 11, Newsmax, CNN. He's the author of 6 books and the latest, a best-selling book about happiness. It's on Amazon. Please put your hands together, give a warm, thunderous applause to your MC for the evening, Mr. Jeffrey Gurian.
Keep going for Mark, and it's all right, everybody. Come on, let's hear it. So I want to welcome you all here tonight to the legendary comic strip. Give yourselves a hand for coming out for this event. I don't know if anybody mentioned this, but you guys are the most important people here. We tried this once without an audience. Fucking suck. It's the worst, absolutely the worst. And I should warn you, well, anyway, it's actually a very special night because eight reporters are going to get up here and risk their lives trying to make you guys laugh. Which is not an easy thing to do from the looks of it. I should warn you that this is the most dangerous part of the show. This is the part of the show where I try to tell jokes to people who are not drunk yet. So I think I want to start out by thanking each and every one of you for putting your cell phones down long enough to come out to a show. And we're so obsessed with our phones these days. It's crazy, right? Everybody's on their phone 24/7. And I got to admit, I've become one of those schmucks that walks in the street with his phone in his hand. God forbid I should miss a message or not check my Facebook status so I can feel sad that people are doing shit that I can't afford to do. What I do is I make believe I'm waiting for an Uber. I walk through the street yelling, "Mohammed, where are you?" And that works. Believe me. But cell phones are great. Cell phones are fantastic, but they ruined one thing. You gotta bear with me on this. They ruined one thing. They ruined arguing on the phone. And for any of you who remember landline phones, remember how satisfying it used to be? You'd be on the phone, you have an argument with somebody on the phone, you'd be like, "Fuck you!" Slammed on the phone. And not anymore. Not anymore. Now it's like, "Fuck you!" Yeah, you slam down your phone now, an hour later you're in the Apple store spending $100 for a new screen. So you can't do it. Not possible to do it. But you gotta text though, you must text. It's gotten to the point where you can't call anybody anymore. Right? You call somebody, they get pissed off. I called somebody last week, they're like, "What the fuck do you want?" I'm like, "I'm sorry, Ma. Just wanted to see how you were doing." But texting can be dangerous too. Texting is very dangerous. You guys know about that autocorrect stuff, right? Autocorrect is crazy, right? Like I was going to send this guy a message. I'm working with this guy who's the head of a big company. And I wanted to send him a very supportive message. So my intention was to send him a message that said, "Hey, we're really going to kick ass this year." But unfortunately, the K is right next to the L. And what I wound up sending the guy was, "Hey, we're really going to lick ass this year." And now I'm afraid to call the guy. Crazy, absolutely crazy. And I'm happy to see a lot of guys with beards. Beards. Everyone has a beard these days, right? I did a show in Brooklyn recently. Everyone, even the girls had beards. It was ridiculous. And each guy's beard was bigger than the last guy's beard. It was like, "I see your beard and I raise you one." Which is a joke for the gamblers in the crowd. Unfortunately, there are no gamblers in the crowd. But not everybody grows a good beard. And if you don't believe me, look around. And if you're not laughing, you're one of those guys with a fucked up beard. Now, some guys get nice beards. Mark and Ryan both have nice beards. They have a shape. They're filled in. Right? Some guys get this patchy shit, you know? Long fucking hairs and spaces in between. This part of the beard doesn't meet the sideburns. There's a big difference between having a beard and just having hair on your face. And I know, because I tried growing a beard once. It was frightening. It was absolutely frightening. Because from what I've seen, a beard is supposed to start up here. Mine started very low, like around here, and it grew in nice and thick. I had a fucking neck beard. It looked like my head was on upside down. It was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. Oh. Well, you can probably tell just by looking at me, I fit in wherever I go. It's amazing. I just kind of blend into every crowd. You guys know who Josh Groban is? The famous singer, right? Everybody knows Josh Groban, right? So I have this friend, and he looks a lot like Josh Groban. And he hates it, because wherever he goes, people tell him that he looks like Josh Groban. Because for some reason, people think they have the right to stop you and tell you who they think you look like. So he calls me the other night complaining that wherever he goes, people tell him he looks like Josh Romano. I'm like, what the fuck are you complaining about? At least you get somebody normal. I get if Phil Spector fucked Elton John. Which could actually happen, by the way. No, it's so funny because people think it's funny if you know what you look like, right? And each and every one of you swears you know what you look like. But the truth is that you know what you look like to you. Yeah, if you want to know what you look like, ask somebody else to describe you. But if you really want to know what you look like, ask a little kid to describe you. Trust me, you'll want to fucking kill yourself. I asked this little kid to describe me. He looked at me for a minute. He's like, if Phil Spector fucked Elton John. Yeah, I was shocked. I was absolutely shocked. I'm like, you're a little kid. How do you even know Phil Spector and Elton John? He's like, Google, bitch. And then he took it one step further. He said, you look like you wandered away from a rock concert in 1968 during a particularly intense acid trip. Nasty kid. I was like, that's amazing, kid. You're only 1 year old. It was 1969. It was during the Woodstock Festival. How could you possibly have known that? And he didn't answer me. And that's when I realized I had just made him up for the purpose of that joke. No, it's true. We have no idea what we look like. Absolutely not a clue. And I'm as guilty as anybody else. I was on the subway recently. Have any of you had the pleasure of being on the Manhattan subways when they're really crowded?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's horrible, right? It's like the proverbial sardine can, right? So I'm on the subway. There's not a seat to be had. Everybody's packed in. This beautiful young girl taps me on the arm. I think she wants to meet me. She fucking offered me her seat. And I took it too. Well, I had a long trip and I'm not too proud. But men in general have no idea what they look like. Not a clue what they look like. It's the reason why all men pack condoms with them when they go on vacation. It's the truth. Every man, no matter what he looks like, he can look like fucking Shrek. But he packs condoms when he goes on vacation. Because every man is convinced that he's going to have sex while he's away. And most of the time they come home with more condoms than they left with. Because they found a sale on condoms while they were away. A lot of crazy shit happens to me too. Like I went into a store recently and I bought something with my credit card. And I give the woman my credit card and she looks right at me, right in my face. And she says to me, "Thank you, ma'am." I wish that wasn't true. So I was horrified, right? I was absolutely horrified. So I turned around hoping that there was a woman behind me, but there wasn't. Now, truth be told, this has happened to me before, but only from the back. Because from the back, I'm pretty sure I look like a lesbian. So I did the only thing I could think of. I looked her in the eye and I said, "You're welcome, sir." And then I curtsied like the proper lady that I am. And I got the fuck out of the store. That's about all you could do in a case like that. Very confusing. So confusing. So many things confuse me. So many things. Don't you hate it when you wake up in the morning and you're really in the mood to vote and there's no election? What do you do in a case like that, right? How do you take away that urge to cast a ballot? And you know that night you're supposed to turn your clocks ahead an hour at 2 a.m.? You're only supposed to meet somebody at 2 a.m. What time do you show up? At 1:59, you're still a minute early. 1 minute later, you're an hour late. You can't do it. It's not possible to do it. I went into a store recently, I saw a sign that said, occasional furniture. Occasional furniture. I'm like, what the fuck is it when it's not furniture? It's like most of the time it's a sweater, but occasionally it turns into a king-size bed. 3 days a week it's a pair of pants. The rest of the time it's a roll-top desk. It's a spider web and a room divider, which is basically what that joke was. Except neither side liked it. So many things confuse me, God. But I'll tell you what confuses me the most is that people don't seem to care about certain parts of their bodies. And it's true, for some reason, and I don't know why, people don't seem to care about their arms. That would explain the bulletproof vest. Gotta think about that one. Because if I was a cop, I'd be like, don't you have something with sleeves? Bulletproof pants, maybe a hat? Anything at all. I don't know, I've never been shot, but I don't think there's any part of the body that takes a bullet particularly well. You guys have been so fun. I'm Jeffrey Gurian, thank you so much. And we're going to kick off the show. We're going to kick off the show. Let me see who's coming up first. Coming to the stage is an award-winning journalist. He's been with NBC since 2016 as an on-air reporter. Put your hands together and give a warm welcome to Wale Aliyu.
What's up, New York? I know we had a Wale earlier, but my name is, like you said, it's Wale Aliyu. It's an interesting name. It's a Nigerian name. It's actually spelled W-A-L-E. And it's pronounced Wale, not Wale. I'm not a sea creature. I have no affinity for plankton. I mean, I tried it once, I didn't like it. I happen to like sushi. But that's as close as I get to the ocean. As you may have heard, we can't really swim. But you won't believe how people mispronounce my name. I get Wale, Waley, Walleye, Wally. Funniest to me, this guy called me Wale Aliyu. So if Aliyu was a song in the 60s about a caveman, these days with the PC culture, that would probably be considered racist. I want to tell you guys a little bit about myself. For the time being, I live in Brooklyn. The reason I say for the time being is, well, they gave me 3 months to grow a beard, or I have to get out. And I don't know if I want a beard. Beards can be useful, though. The subways coming from Brooklyn are so crowded. The other day, the only thing I had to hold on to was a beard of the guy sitting next to me. So you guys may have seen me. I'm on NBC Channel 4, and one of the reporters. I'm usually the guy standing out in the snow, telling you that it's snowing. It's very late. I find myself wondering, man, I sure hope my viewers don't have windows, or I'm out of a job. Like, who was the person I had to think of turning that into a business anyways? Like, telling people the weather, like, hey, pal, nice day. That would be $20. Then they always tend to put me in Harlem. I can never figure that out. I think it's because there's a lot of events in Harlem, and there's always somebody protesting something. There's a lot of activists. Like, this past winter, they were protesting the fact that all snowmen are white. And then my producer sent me another story home on the dangers of black ice. But, and at this point, I've been outside, I'm so cold, and my lips weren't working right, I could barely speak right. I'm trying to warn viewers to watch out for the black ice. But it sounded like I said, watch out for black guys. So I'm walking home telling people to watch out for black guys. And what we're not doing weather stories, we're out doing crime stories where I basically tell you who killed who in the Bronx. And when we do those stories, we have to get what's called man-on-street interviews. And, you know, with eyewitnesses who are basically literate. We've all seen them, right? It's like the dude with 7 teeth on the back, or the woman still in her pajamas that has an accent no one's ever heard before. And then they all say the same exact thing, like, he seemed like such a nice, quiet guy. He never killed anyone in front of me. I'm actually shocked they killed and ate everyone in the building. I wish I was a subway reporter, and I could just report to you everything that I see on the subway. Could you imagine? News Force Wale Aliyu is live at Penn Station. Wale, what are you seeing today? Well, Bob, the person on my right is currently taking a shower in a plastic bag. Not sure how his name is today. The person on my left is dancing with an ironing board while a drug addict who has been knocked out for the last half hour got into an argument with himself and wrestled himself to the ground. Back to you, Bob. By the way, that's my news voice. Everyone in news has a news voice. But the problem is, sometimes I find myself use my news voice when I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like this morning, my wife asked me how I was doing. I was like, I'm good, hon. And I'll have more on that on our 4 o'clock report. You couldn't tell me now, I love riding the subways. I absolutely love it. It's like, because you New Yorkers, man, anything can be happening. Someone could be skinning a bear in the seat right next to you, but every New Yorker stares straight ahead. I'm from the Midwest, and I want to look like it's my nature to look like, is that a bear? But not in New York, it's straight ahead. I don't get it right. It's like, how are you supposed to comply with if you see something, say something, if you're not supposed to look? So I've been here for a little bit now. I'm learning the rule. I'm learning, you know, you never lock eyes with a lunatic. I'm learning the rule, but I'm having a really hard time with this rule because, well, the streets are filled with lunatics, and I look like a lunatic. I'm walking around all the time with my head down, pretending not to look at anybody. And then finally, I learned a tip. What to do when you come in contact with a lunatic. All you have to do is outpraise them by saying something that makes absolutely no sense. So, actually, yesterday, this guy comes up to me with a gun. He's like, give me all your money. And I'm like, what you talking about, man? Ain't no penguins in Alabama. The dude gave me his wallet, his gold chain, police on me, and then he ran away. How many of you guys are actually from New York? See, I had a strange childhood. I moved around a lot. I actually moved to the U.S. from Nigeria when I was just 4 years old, which is a really good time to move, but only if you're with your parents. Not that easy, I'm kids though. I'm very, very young in Nigeria. And then growing up in the Midwest, I actually grew up in Missouri. Something we pronounce Missouri. The town called Columbia, a really small town. I have more people in my building in Brooklyn now than the whole town of Columbia. The town is so small, we only have one elevator. And it only went down. And not only am I from a small town, but to make matters even easier, I grew up with foreign parents. I had no choice, they were the only parents available at the time. Anyone with foreign parents knows the deal, right? You have 2 choices growing up. You either become a doctor or a lawyer. Nothing else. And I was an active kid. I ran around a lot, so I think my parents assumed I was going to become one of those African marathon runners. Because, you know, evidently there's no marathons in Africa. All the Africans come here to run. And I'll have friends ask me all the time, like, dude, like, I don't get it. Like, why do you Africans, why do you guys run so fast and win all the marathons? I don't get it. I'm like, bro, when you grow up being chased by Mufasa, you learn. And it's hilarious, right, because they believe me. Like, you can tell Americans anything about Africa, and they'll believe you. I think they think we all live in the jungle and swing the town on a vine like Tarzan. I actually once convinced one of my American friends to buy a plane ticket to meet me in Wakanda. I have no idea where they ended up. So anyways, my parents were really upset when they found out I wanted to be a journalist. Like they were really mad. Like telling people the news. Like you would have thought I was telling them I was filling out an application to join MS-13. As if that's really how you join MS-13. And then that was until the first time they saw me on TV. Then they started calling all the friends like, pick up the phone, my son is on the news, thank you, Jesus. Thank you. My parents were so embarrassed, like I could never bring girls around. Like, I don't want you to like nobody wants to hear the story about the time I peed in the backseat of your car. Like, I was only 3. But the problem was my plan to never bring girls around, it actually backfired on me. Because my parents automatically assumed I was gay. And I know they thought I was gay because, well, one night they called me into the room for the birds and the bees talk. But all the birds and the bees had boys' names. So to get back at them, I married the next girl I met. And I warned her, I said, you gotta be careful of black guys. But she thought I said black guys. So she went, great. I'm Wale Aliyu.
Wale Aliyu.
He's got a huge heart. He's been an incredible dear friend to my family, and I think the world of him, and I love him. And Mr. Gerry Cooney, please welcome to the stage. He's going to tell you about his new biography that's coming out this month.
Okay, Gerry Cooney. First place? Third place, Barbara Hoffman. Second place. Right now. Well, drum roll. Archie Snowden. Hold on a second. And Mr. Black Ice himself, Wale Aliyu.
Hey man, you want a shot at the title? Alright, you know what? We want to give a round of applause for all the reporters. We want to bring all the reporters up on stage.
Come on, let's go.
Make sure you post on Instagram.